The Brooklyn Nets are one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, and there's one player who's leading the charge, Kevin Durant. After the drama of this summer, many were wondering how KD would fit in with the Nets. At 34 years old, Durant is playing some of the best basketball of his career, both on offense and defense. He's averaging 29.7 points per game and making a legitimate case for MVP. But how is he doing it? When it comes to scoring, Durant remains the most versatile individual force in basketball. He's logging incredible numbers inside the arc this season, converting 62% of his two-point attempts, while also amassing the best efficiency numbers of his career in the paint and in the mid-range. Durant's prime has coincided with a jump shooting revolution that changed the NBA, but while almost all of his contemporaries are taking more threes and fewer mid-rangers, Durant is going the other way. He's amongst the leaders in two-point jumpers made this season, and ranks first among all the NBA players who have tried at least 100 pull-up jumpers. It's hard to overstate how amazing that is. There are only two players who have blended mid-range volume and efficiency like this, since the NBA has been charting shot locations since 1996. And those are Michael Jordan and Dirk Nowitzki, and Durant's numbers are better than both. Durant's conversion rate is nearly 10 points higher than Jordan's and Nowitzki's, and 5 points higher than last season, when he set the highest mark for a volume mid-range shooter over the past 25 years. He might not just be the best mid-range scorer of his own era, he might be the best we've ever seen. In the time of endless threes, he's not only dominating the much-maligned mid-range, but he's single-handedly reminding the basketball world that mid-range scoring can be both effective and beautiful to watch. And he's doing so by dribbling into the heart of the defense, creating his own looks wherever he wants, and knocking them down at historic rates, often in the faces of the best defenders the NBA has to offer. This season, Durant is shooting over 55% on contested off-the-dribble jumpers, which is on pace to be the highest conversion rate among the more than 1,200 instances of a player attempting 100 of those shots in a season since 2013 to 2014. The Nets are reaping the benefits of Durant's scoring, and rightfully so. They are the top 10 offense team in the entire NBA, and even though they've moved down a few spots in the past few weeks, their offense is still lethal and very hard to defend. Modern defenses prioritize taking away shots near the rim and from beyond the arc, but both Durant and Kyrie Irving are creating efficient offense in the wide-open spaces in between those zones. They are using huge chunks of the chessboard that most offensive players and teams have forsaken. The conventional wisdom of the modern NBA says you can't find efficient offense in the barren areas between the paint and the three-point line, but Brooklyn is stomping on that calculus. The average two-point jump shot is worth just 0.86 points this season, but this Nets team averages almost 1.1 points on such shots. No other team in the league is overdoing that. This is Durant's 15th season in the NBA, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. But it's not just his scoring that's been impressive. Durant has always been a great defender, and this season is no different. He's averaging 1.5 blocks and 0.8 steals per game, and he's been a key part of the Nets defense, which is ranked 7th in the league. Durant's leadership and ability to make his teammates better is also evident on the court. He's averaging a career high in assists at 5.3 per game, and he's been a vocal leader on and off the court. His chemistry with Kyrie Irving is undeniable, and the two of them have formed one of the most dangerous duos in the league. Kevin Durant is having an MVP caliber season, and the Brooklyn Nets are a legitimate contender in the Eastern Conference. His scoring has been historic, and his defense and leadership have been just as impressive. He's carrying the Nets night in and night out, and showing the world that he's still one of the best players in the game.